Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, it's going to be kind of like an extension of a video I did like 4 or 5 days ago on being able to change subconscious beliefs and the most powerful technique to go about it. Now in that video I said at the end that maybe what I would do is do like a separate video that's just the meditation for it. So that's exactly what this video is going to do. It's going to be a meditation exercise on how to change the subconscious beliefs that we have to really live our life to the full potential. Now before I get into that, just a summary of that video, realize that our beliefs are creating the kind of experiences that we have. That many times between the ages of being born to about the age of 6 to 12 years old, most of our beliefs are created or are anchored in that period of time. Based upon the reference experiences that we have, the way that we relate to the world, that's shaped the way we see the world. And from that point going forward, it tends to be the lens to which we see the world that we live. So once we get to these understandings of the awareness of the beliefs being there, that's when we begin to take our power back, and that's what the basis of this whole meditation is going to be about. So right now, I want you to have in mind a certain belief that you know you have about yourself. So it could be the fact or the belief that you might feel that you are not worthy in your life, or you might feel like money is something that's hard to make, or you might feel that relationships don't always work out for you, that it's hard for you to find that significant person in your life. Now, whatever belief it is, just simply have a vision of what that belief is, or just simply have know what that belief is. So it could just be, I have a belief that I'm unworthy. I have a belief that finding the right person is hard to do. I have a belief that money is hard to make. Look at that belief and become aware of it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put ourselves in a relaxed state, and we're going to become very present to the moment. So right now with me, what we're going to do is take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, and we're going to feel the sensation inside of our hands and put the sensation in our body. And what this does is it starts to slow down our mind to put us in a relaxed state so that this meditation is so much more powerful and we anchor in the technique. So right now with me, take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. And as you do that, start to feel the sensation in your hands. And then bring the sensation into your arms, and then into your chest, into your abdomen, to your left leg and foot, your right leg and foot. And start to be aware of your body. Now the reason we do this is because now we're in a much more relaxed state, so that it's more susceptible that we influence our subconscious mind. You can also do this technique right before you go to bed at night, because as you go to bed at night, you're shifting from an alpha beta state into a theta delta state. And in those states, you're much more susceptible to influencing your subconscious mind. Just like right now, we're relaxed, so we're more in an alpha state than we were a minute ago. So right now, I'd like you to put your attention on the belief that you have about yourself. It might be that I'm not worthy. It might be that money is hard to make. Whatever it is, look at that belief. Now, the first part of this is being aware of where that belief came from. So look into your past right now. You may even look into your past and see that it's an indirect belief. So you can look at the past and realize there's certain reference experiences that will come to mind as you look at that belief. So you could say and look at the belief that I'm not worthy, and you might see and remember a reference experience that involves maybe a parent being treated a certain way by the other parent, or you being treated a certain way by your parents or a guardian. And what's happening is, as you're asking yourself the question, what would I have to believe is true to have this experience? Your mind is coming up with different answers to that, and you're going to begin to see certain reference experiences pop up over and over again. So what you can do now is see, maybe you have a certain thing that happened, reference experience that you see shaped the way that you see the world. Look at that belief, look at that reference experience, and be aware of the idea that that served you up until this point now. This is why the first part of this is the awareness of what that reference experience is. The second part of it is actually accepting that experience and loving it for what it is. Now that sounds counterintuitive. Why would I want to love an experience that happened like that? Well, realize that from this point going forward, you can claim your power back, and that's what you're going to do. And as you claim your power back, you can be grateful that that reference experience was there to teach you more about your power. It was something that you can learn from, and the reason this is important is because as we have this perspective, we start to let go of the resistance around it. They have a saying that whatever you resist, it persists. So the more that we are not okay with the experience being there, the more that it actually has power over us. I remember that when I was growing up, I went through a lot of stuff until the age of about 15. And when I went through that period, originally, I was very angry about it when I came out of it because I wasn't allowed to have friends. I had to work outside all the time. It was a very confusing part of my life. When I came out of it, though, and I became aware of this, I then started to love the situation because I realized that it led later on to my inner awakening of understanding more of who I am. As I began to love that process, it began to loosen its grip over its power over me. So learn to love whatever situation it was. Maybe you were talked to a certain way by your parents. Maybe you had your first boyfriend or girlfriend and realized that that person didn't treat you right. You can actually be grateful for it because you now have the power to claim your power back and to realize something about yourself that is actually true, which is you are loved, which is you are abundant. And because of that, you love it. Now you're more likely to actually let it go. Now, the third part of this process is you visualizing the belief of what is true, of what you prefer. So if you are unworthy, you can start right now to see yourself, to use your visualization, your imagination to see yourself as worthy. Imagine how you would be if you were walking around and you felt worthy. What is your body language like? How do you talk to other people? What kind of eye contact do you make with other people? What kind of activities do you do that show you and prove to yourself that you love yourself? What kind of decisions do you make? As you start to visualize these, and you can do this for about 5 minutes, is just visualize what it is. Realize that when you do it, your mind does not know the difference between what it is imagining and what is actually feeling. It thinks it's actually happening. So you begin to wire this into your subconscious mind when you're in that relaxed state. So visualize yourself doing it. Actually see it as if you're doing those type of things. Now the next part of this is understanding that what influences the subconscious mind and lets go of those negative beliefs has to do with the idea of actually feeling it. So focus on the feeling of it. Right now, as we went more into our body, we're bringing the awareness into feeling, and focus on your heart center and feeling what it would feel like to be worthy. Feel what it would feel like to be abundant. Imagine yourself having systems set up to where you make the money you want to make, where you help other people do what they want to do. Whatever it is your passion is, visualize yourself living in that passion and what it would feel like. Now that you're anchoring in the feeling of what that is, the next part of this is just simply know that that is who you are now. You've released the beliefs of the old self-image, and you, not metaphorically speaking, you literally are a different person than when you started this meditation. You are a completely new person with a completely new set of beliefs about who you are, and because of that, you're letting go of who you used to be. That is disintegrating, and now you are the best version of yourself. Know that when you leave this meditation, know that you will act and behave as if that were who you are, because this is who you are now. So this is about now going forward. When you come out of this meditation, just know that's who you are. Take action, knowing that as you take action, you are anchoring it into a part of who you are. The next part of this is very important. Do not need your life experience to mirror anything else back to you for a period of time. Realize there will be an echo of the old self-image of who you were. So the negative self-beliefs and that you had, subconscious beliefs, as you let them go, you might, for a period of time, still see a reflection of the old beliefs. But realize the true state to whether you have changed or not is not whether the reality reflects something different to you, it's whether the same reality is there, but you react and respond differently than you used to. So realize that you don't need reality to reflect something back to you. You just need to understand the power over your own state of being. And that paradoxically, when you don't have an attachment to it, it will change anyways. Life is like a mirror. If you smile, the reflection will change, but you can't wait for the reflection to change before you really feel it totally. Your state of being is the most powerful thing that you have control over, so choose to focus on it in a way. Choose to have the state of being you prefer. Choose to just know that you are different than when you started this video, that when you go throughout your day, you are going to go with the kind of beliefs that you prefer, and that is going to actually allow you to live to your full potential. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, share it if you found it of value, and as always, I will see you guys on the next video. Peace, much love, namaste. All right, bye.